Hi everyone. Today's lesson is from the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 33 through 37. It's from the Sermon on the Mount. A mount is a shortened word for mountain, like behind me, mountain. So like Jesus was not on the top of the mountain giving the sermon. This is not the actual mountain, by the way, but you get the point. Jesus was more like in the foothills, the lower parts, like not at the top, but in the lower parts, where he could get up a little higher than the people that were there to give the sermon. So he was up a little higher than them so that they could see him clearly. And he gave a sermon here. And we're going to read a little bit about it later. And you know what? God wants us to do what we say. So like, for example, I'm going to say to you right now, hey, later on, I'm going to do a little juggling. I promise I'm going to do a little juggling. I'm going to say that. I'm also going to promise you that I will never do any bungee jumping. Bungee jumping is just something you're not going to see me doing. Swimming with sharks, not going to do that either. The bungee jumping, by the way, ask your parents what that is. They'll explain it to you. Swimming with sharks, who wants to do that? Singing solo, I'm probably never going to sing a solo. I've been told that I should sing solo so people can't hear me. That's a little joke, but anyway. Tightrope, I'm not going to walk a tightrope. Chocolate-covered crickets, I like to eat. Pastor Kerry, he likes to eat. We should ask him if he wants to eat those. No, I'm not going to eat chocolate-covered crickets, even though they are a delicacy in some places. So these are just some silly promises that you can make or not make. But we make real promises all the time. Now, maybe we don't say the words, hey, I promise I'm going to do whatever. But when we say we will do something, God wants us to do what we say. So let's see what his word has to say about that in Matthew 5. So Matthew 5, verse 33, verse 5, it talks about oaths. Oath. An oath is a promise, in case you didn't know. Again, you have heard that it was said to the people long ago, do not break your oath, but keep the oaths you have made to the Lord. But I tell you, do not swear at all, either by heaven, for it is God's throne, or by earth, for it is his footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. And do not swear by your head, for you cannot make even one hair white or black. Simply let your yes be yes, and your no be no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one. Jesus is telling us, hey, you don't have to qualify anything that you're going to say you're going to do by saying, oh, on my mother's grave I'll do this, or on this chocolate bar I'll do this. You don't have to qualify it by putting those things on there. Like Jesus says in verse 37, simply let your yes be yes and your no be no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one. In conclusion, God wants us to do what we say. If we always do what we say, then people will trust us. Any extra words that are needed are not necessary. Our actions show that we mean it. So, be faithful to your words and be a reflection of God. And so now, I promised that I would juggle. Here's 3 balls. So I'm going to juggle. So this is a promise. I'm keeping my word. I told you I would do it, and I am doing it. All right, well, we'll see you next time. Hopefully, it won't be long where we can be together again, in the classroom. All righty. Bye-bye.